Most people who seek counseling have internal experiences that they don't want to have. Taking action modules are not designed to get rid of or necessarily solve whatever it was that prompted you to seek support from the counseling center. No brief online modules could do that. Taking action modules are designed to introduce you to concepts of mindfulness and acceptance, help you understand your problems in new ways, create flexibility in how you deal with these problems, and help you start making choices that move you in the direction of living your life more fully. Taking Action is a program that uses the most recent research to introduce a variety of tools that you can apply now and also for years to come. These tools may be conceptual, such as learning useful metaphors or thinking strategies, or experiential, such as learning mindfulness techniques that we will practice together. The skills taught in Taking Action are difficult ones that take time to fully develop. Give yourself space to learn, room for doubt, and permission to keep going during times when you're having trouble. Expect that you may feel uncomfortable, and if it ever feels like too much, feel free to stop doing the exercises. I'll now introduce you to the model of psychological flexibility with some exercises. Please follow along with my prompts. Please pick up an object in the room with you. For example, you can use a pen, mug, a book, or whatever else you have available. I'll give you a moment to find an object. Now to yourself, name one of the five senses and use that sense to describe the object. Now continue to do that with your remaining senses. Remember, these include sight, smell, touch, sound, and taste. You don't have to taste the object, just imagine what it may taste like. Continue to do this for a few moments until I lead you with the next prompt. These are five senses you're experiencing based on an outside object. Now put the object down and close your eyes. In your mind's eye, I would like you to imagine the object. Think to yourself one of the five senses and describe it with that sense. Now continue to do that with your remaining senses. I'll give you a few moments to do this before proceeding to the next step. These are five senses based on your mental experience and what you're experiencing on the inside. Please follow along with my prompts. Go ahead and close your eyes. I'd like you to imagine someone that you care about. It can be anyone, a family member, a partner, a friend, a pet. I want you to get in touch with what it feels like when you move towards them, or when you feel connected or close to them. When you have a sense of it, you can open your eyes and take in what you just experienced for a moment. Now go ahead and close your eyes again. I want you to now get in touch with what it feels like when you're moving away from some kind of internal discomfort, like fear, something you struggle with on the inside. Get in touch with some kind of unwanted experience that you tend to try to get away from. Once you have a sense of that experience, you can open your eyes and take that in for a moment. Now let's talk about the psychological flexibility model to better make sense of the exercises you just did. The top of the matrix that says outside five senses represents your earlier experience of using your five senses to observe an object in the room with you. Mental experiences at the bottom represents your experience of imagining and noticing the object. We will start with the bottom right, which asks, who is important to you and what is important to you? The person or people who you imagined in the previous exercise will likely go in this column. At the bottom left, we reflect on what shows up and gets in the way of moving towards who or what is important to you. Think about the times, thoughts, images, memories, emotions, sensations in your life that have led you away from who or what is important to you. At the top left, we reflect on what behaviors do you do to move away from unwanted internal experiences. Imagine I had a camera on you and could watch what you were doing. What would I see? These should be behaviors that are observable. The top right asks, what behaviors do you do to move towards who or what is important to you? Again, imagine I have a camera on you. What would I see? The middle shows that you can notice where you fall in this matrix at any time. As you experienced in the exercises, only you can differentiate from external versus internal experiences. Now let's move on to some examples. What we have just done is the psychological flexibility model, which shows it's our attempts at getting away from our unwanted internal experiences that keep us from moving towards the people and actions that we care about. As you reflect, you may find that the away behaviors you do provide temporary relief, but never permanently get rid of the difficult internal experiences that show up. In fact, sometimes engaging in the behaviors can worsen the internal feelings, and so we find ourselves in a loop. Our away behaviors don't normally work in the long term, and sometimes get in the way of what we value. Keep in mind, not all control strategies have bad effects on our lives. Our aim is to let go of the strategies that cause problems for us, or that we're just not satisfied with.